Madden 20, trying to wrap it up before the April 15th in support date for Madden 20. If you haven't heard, Madden 20 is out as of April 15th. It will no longer be supported, and you won't have access to your online dynasties and so forth, which is what we've got going here. We've got a few players left from the original days, and we're still playing it out. This is one of my favorite Maddens, so I'm really disappointed to see this one go, but Madden 24 has gotten better with the updates. So anyway, week 14 at home playing the Texans. They're a pretty tough team. They're 84 overall, one better than we are, 7-5, and looking for a playoff berth. So we have to be careful with these guys and be smart. No turnovers. Play a good game at home. Texans Raiders week 14 Madden 20. Sooner Sim Network online dynasty. Got to be careful here. They have Watt and Clowney on defense. So I have to get the ball out quick.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
What we got?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, 14 carries, 73 yards.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Now Joe Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing, Mayfield, and caught by Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
What are you doing?
A look now at the Oakland offense.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 31-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
41. We've got a wedge that, huh?
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. On the defensive side here, the starters for the Texans. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
180. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Mixon with a first down carry. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Good. 180. Check 41. I'm coming.
On second down, here's Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He can run for it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Baker Mayfield with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hold that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Taylor pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Way to be here, baby!
And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
With DeAndre Hopkins, I think anyone who's calling plays for him has 0 limitations. And what I mean by that is he's a guy you can move outside, you can move him inside, play him on the left side, on the right side. It doesn't matter. Some guys, they have to have the ball in a certain spot. Not Hopkins. Long, short, intermediate. He just wants the football. And then after that, he usually does some pretty good damage with run after catch.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They'll run with Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Buddy up! Mike's by 4. Let's go, team! It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
Throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Complete, it's Henry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm going to get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mayfield on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
That's what I'm talking about.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. These two teams all tied after one.
55. Real.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield now. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 15 running. Yo.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Good. 180. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Watch out.
Now P-Ryan. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Mike. Good. 180. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He completes it to Henry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
41 Mike.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. It's complete to Graham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the 16, Mayfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. It's complete to Fuller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Reynolds with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
41 Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
All day, baby. Let's
2
go.
minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slapped happy up here sometimes. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Mayfield looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield, right side hitter's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
Now get him. Get him. Get him.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Regular.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, second and 15.
Alert!
41's coming. 41's the mic.
Bravo!
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 41 mic. I'm coming.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On fourth down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. On the left hash mark, there's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring.
Come on, fellas.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back to throw here. That's complete to Smith. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and it's 3rd down.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
Undercrush, undercrush.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Mixon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 41. We've got a wedge down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180. I got it. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Check. 41's the mic.
Hey, box drop.
Check 41.
You ain't going nowhere.
41.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow.
There we go.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Mike, good. 180.
I'm coming.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen. Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mike 41.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check.
2nd and 9 now. And a catch made by Hopkins. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 2. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's go, defense.
They're going to look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Tight right.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Here I come.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
180! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On first down, Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Heavy on the edges.
Shoot! Shoot!
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's P-Ryan. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Mike,
220. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a carry for P-Ryan. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
King. Check right. Watch 55.
I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Get ready.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here we go. Set. 70 inches. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go, let's go.
7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
In your face.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Let's go now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
On the run, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm here all day.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their team to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week, and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now the Texans down by 13. A minute 38 to go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll set up a throw. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw here.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
It's easy work.
DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On second down, Washington looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mixon with it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
That's it, baby.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Oakland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.